It's story time. Story time. Let's read it story time. Story time. I'm geeked at story time. Story time. You and me, it's story time. Story time. Let's achieve. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Story Time with me, Kayla. How are you doing on this beautiful Thursday? I know we missed yesterday, which was Wednesday, but that's okay. Now today we have another special author feature. Today we will be taking a look at a book from returning author K.A Mulenga. We had the honor of reading one of his first books, and now we are back with another one. He has written a total of 21 plus books, so he's a very active writer. And so, without further ado, the ebook we will be reading tonight is called Harry the Horse, written by K.A Mulenga. You ready to see what this book is all about? Ready, set, let's begin. Harry the Honest Horse, written by K.A Mulenga. Harry was a young and handsome horse with a sleek black mane and a long swishy tail. He lived in Horseville, a lush meadow filled with green grass, pretty flowers, and glassy lakes. Because of his jolly nature, Harry had lots of friends in Horseville. They all loved to run around the meadow together, singing and having the time of their lives. Harry's best friend was a horse called Hank. Hank loved horsing around and was always getting into trouble. He was also always telling fibs to get himself out of being punished. "Why do you always tell lies when you get into trouble?" Harry would ask Hank. "It's all just a game, Harry. It's all just for fun," Hank would reply. "How boring life would be if we were all honest. Now come with me." Every day, Hank would come up with new naughty things to do. Because Hank was his best friend, Harry would always follow him and do whatever he told him to do. One morning, Hank came up with a plan to take all the hay from the old couple, Mr. and Mrs. Ney, and hide it away from them. Harry and Hank trotted over to Mr. and Mrs. Ney's eating trough in the middle of the night, took all of their hay, and hid it far, far away down by the glassy lake. When Mr. and Mrs. Ney woke up the next morning, they went to the trough to eat their delicious hay breakfast. But there was nothing in the trough. Mr. and Mrs. Ney asked Harry and Hank, "Did you see who took our hay?" Before Harry could answer, Hank, who was very good at making up fibs, said, "There was a great wind last night, and it swooped up all the hay from the trough." Mr. and Mrs. Ney believed Hank's story and went to their neighbor's house to look for more hay to eat. Hank was so happy that his fib had worked, but Harry was not happy with Hank. "You lied to that old couple, and now they don't have any hay to eat," he said to him crossly. "It's all just a game, Harry. It's all just for fun," Hank replied. "How boring life would be if we were all honest. Now come with me." Harry felt he couldn't argue with Hank because he was his best friend. But when Harry came home that night, he went straight to his dad. "Dad, Hank is telling lies and being dishonest. When I ask him why he does it, he says, 'It's all just a game, Harry. It's all just for fun. How boring life would be if we were all honest. Now come with me." "Son," Harry's dad replied, "honesty is always the best policy. You'll see." The next day, Hank and Harry met up as usual. Hank said to Harry, "I wonder what fun we can have today." They went back to Mr. and Mrs. Ney's house. When they got there, Hank kicked over all the water from the drinking barrel. Off he trotted, laughing all the way. But this time, Harry didn't trot after him. When Mrs. Ney came out for a drink of water, she found that the drinking barrel was empty. "Harry, what happened to all the water?" she asked. Harry remembered what his dad had said, and he decided to tell Mrs. Ney what Hank had done. "Thank you for your honesty, Harry," she said. "Here are 4 shiny red apples for you. You can come by every day for a treat." When Hank came looking for Harry, Harry told him what had happened. He said that he had decided to tell Mrs. Ney the truth, and that she had given him 4 shiny red apples to thank him for his honesty. When Hank heard the news, he finally recognized his mistake. "I guess it's not all just a game, Harry," he said. "I guess it's not all just for fun. Life is not really boring when we are all honest. It's actually better for everyone." The end. Yes, K Crew. It is always, always, always important to be honest. Now, I hope you enjoyed reading this book as much as I did. To find your copy, make sure to head on over to Amazon, and of course, be sure to follow on social media. A big thank you to K.A Mulenga for another great book. I thank you all out there for joining me as well, but it's time to say goodbye. Are you ready? Here we go. Goodbye, 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 my friends. Goodbye to you. I hope to see you again real soon. Be proud of all your work tonight. Now climb in bed and sleep real tight. On the count of 3, let's say goodnight. 1, 2, 3.